How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another Madden NFL 23 Franchise Rebuilding Challenge. So, we've got another NFC team on the horizon. It's going to be the Dallas Cowboys. So, if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know in the comments below for more video videos. Check my social time description. I'm going to play this down below, continue other not MLB, sorry. I have the game on. That's why I'm talking about MLB. More Madden NFL 23 Franchise Rebuilds, and of course, share my channel, content be TJP. And, yeah, same rules applied before. Let's just try to have some fun. See if we go to a Super Bowl within 3 seasons. Let's go on the gameplay. Alright, so we're locked and loaded into Madden. So let's take a look at the roster. And for whatever reason, EA has yet to update. First off, you can only start in week 1. I want to assume that you should be able to change what weeks you start in, but it seems as though that's just still not a thing. Someone mentioned that in a comment, and I kind of forgot to respond to them. So yeah, it doesn't look like you can start in different weeks. Also, the injuries just don't seem to be up to date either. Dak's healthy, but whatever. I mean, I'm not going to change that. But anyways, let me show you guys the team. So we got Zach Martin, we've got Tyron Smith, we've got DeMarcus Lawrence, we've got a Dak Prescott, and Ezekiel Elliott, a Micah Parsons, a CD Lamb, Trevon Diggs, Michael Gallup, Brian Anger, Dalton Schultz, Tony Pollard, Jaron Kearse, Leighton Vander Esch, Anthony Barr, Malik Hooker, Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, Donovan Wilson, Fowler Jr. You guys see there's definitely some talent on this team. I've seen the Cowboys win Super Bowls in this game, so I guess EA favors them. So we'll see if there's any moves that we can make, which there are. Definitely some areas that we can potentially improve on for this upcoming season. Let's take a look at that depth chart right now. And also, we're going to take a look at our pick situation as well. Right tackle is a point of emphasis here. We got Terrence Steele, Josh Ball. I guess Brian Bulaga for a season. We could pick him up. I know it doesn't really fit the scheme of the team, but it's an upgrade at that right tackle spot. So we'll pick him up. That's a quick band-aid. And then kickers. We don't really have a good kicker. I'm going to go with Josh Lambo. We'll pick him up as well. So it'll be my kicker instead of the rookie kicker that I think we had, who was Jonathan Garibay. So, yeah, we'll go with Josh Lambo. So, in terms of the trades, let's just take a look to see what our pick situation's looking like. I don't think I'm going to make any moves currently right now, but I do want to see what we've got going on. We do have our picks, so that's pretty solid. I do think this team can be pretty good. We're going to simulate to the midseason and find out. And, yeah, I'll see you guys once I'm there. So we're at the midseason, sitting at 3-4 right now. The offense and defense, you guys can see some rankings that look good, some that look really bad. But we're going to take a look at the stats in just a moment. So as you guys see the standings, Bengals and Titans are both still undefeated. So it's possible that we've had a couple injuries because, I mean, we're 3-4. I feel like we should be a bit better than that. But it's all good. I still think we're kind of in the hunt. Let's take a look at the stats, see who's performing, who is not. We got Dak Prescott, who's having a pretty solid season again. In real life, he's hurt, but I guess in EA, they didn't update the injuries thing. So he's thrown for over 2,000 yards, 14 TDs, 4 interceptions, decent completion percentage, 99.8 passer rating. So it could be better, but it's not too bad. We'll take it from him. Elliott's got 4 to 15 yards, 6 TDs. Seems like he's missed a game as well. And then Prescott, Tony Pollard, as my rushers. In terms of receivers, we have James Washington is my leading receiver right now, 656, 7 TDs. And then we have a CD Lamb up there with Michael Gallup, Dalton Schultz, Elliott's even getting some touches. In terms of blocking, Zach Martin doing his thing out there. Honestly, our line's been great, so that's good to see there. In terms of defense, Leighton Vander Esch, 60 tackles, and then we got 44 from Diggs. Wilson's got 37. In terms of sacks, we've got DeMarcus Lawrence leading the way with Micah Parsons, each at 3.5. 3 from Osa as well. Leighton's got 1.5 with 1.5 for Fowler Jr. in terms of interceptions. Just 4, but 2 from Diggs, and then Leighton and Wilson each got 1. Josh Lambo's been perfect, and then Brian Anger punting, and then kick return, punt return from Tony Pollard. So, in terms of offensive yards, 9th total in the league. So that's pretty cool. We're looking good, solid there. In terms of total offensive yards, mainly passing has been our forte. Our rush has been a little bit lower than I thought it would be. And it could just be because of some injuries and also Dak maybe just throwing the ball a little bit. Our scoring is not quite there. Defensively, in terms of total yards, we are sort of near the bottom, and it's because we don't really defend too well against the pass. Our rush defense is near the top, though, which is kind of cool. And then in terms of points allowed, 164 puts us right around the middle of the pack, bottom middle, more or less, in the league. So maybe we could try to get another weapon for this season. I do want to double check that we don't have any injuries. We are getting trade offers. I want to see what maybe is out there for him. But in terms of injuries, do we have any currently right now? I'm just going to double check. DeMonte Bond is hurt. So that's unfortunate for him, but shouldn't be too bad there. So let's choose our draft class. Let's see if we can maybe try to find another player for this team, and I'll see you guys once I either have a move. Otherwise, if I don't make a move, I'll see you at the end of the year. Alright, I'm not opposed to doing this deal with the Jets, giving up Pollard for Reed Jr. and a 7th round pick in 2024. Pollard's really not getting too many touches, so we're going to do that deal. We get a very low draft pick, but we get a cornerback, which I guess could help us out a little bit because our defense has been kind of meh. But I do want to see if there's any other trades that are potentially out there. I traded away Goodwin and McGovern to the Vikings for a 7th round pick, kind of just shedding a little bit of money there. Positions of need that we don't really need those backups anymore since I just got another corner. I'm going to pick up Sheldon Richardson. Fits the scheme of the team. We should sign a couple free agents for the rest of the season. So we're going to pick up Richardson. And then I do want to pick up a defensive tackle if there's anybody out there. If not, I could go with McCoy. I could go with Peters, McJackson. What left guards are out here? Anybody? Carpenter, Lane Taylor. Or just like a backup guard that fits the scheme of the team for the rest of the season. I could do that. Centers. Anybody here that's relatively high valued? Maybe like a running back. Backup running back, Sony Michel could work. Yeah, I'm going to go with Sony. I'll pick him up for the rest of the season as well. So that's pretty much it. That's going to be all the moves. I will see you guys at the end of the season where hopefully we're in the playoffs. We ended up making the playoffs. 10-7. Practically the entire NFC has made the playoffs. With Eagles, Giants probably made it. We're taking on Tampa Bay in the wild card, interestingly enough. As you guys see our ranks, we ended up having a really good offense. Our defense was especially against the pass, didn't do too much. Our rush defense is good, but let's take a look at the playoff bracket before we take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Giants were the 5th. Taking on the Rams in the bottom right corner. Eagles actually got a bye. They were 12-5. That was good enough to get a bye. So that's interesting. Let's take a look at the standings, see what we got going on here. So Chiefs were 13-4. So really nobody that was amazing, I guess. A lot of teams were 10-7. And there was also a ton of teams that were 9-8. You guys see the standings. Seahawks were the worst team, so they're probably going to have Bryce Young. Still have to draft him in the game. Good thing we won against the Commanders, by the way, in the last week of the league. Otherwise, would have been brutal. But let's take a look at stats, see what we got going on here. Who did well, who didn't. So the Dak attack was pretty good. Threw for a good amount of yards. Good passer rating. Good ratio TD to interception. Elliott had a really good year, almost 300 yards, 18 TDs. A lot of guys from we got I was going to say Dak. Sony Michel back up for the rest of the season, not too bad. James Washington as well, kind of doing his thing out there. He actually was my leading receiver, by the way. He was insane. Really good year from him. Almost 1,400 yards, 16 TDs. Fair play for James Washington. Michael Gallup had a nice year. CeeDee Lamb, Dalton Schultz. Ezekiel even got some receptions himself. Our blocking, Zach Martin was a god. But everybody else, for the most part, was pretty good, I gotta say, for the season. Pretty solid line. Leighton Vander Esch led my team in tackles by a lot. And then we had Anthony Barr, Jaron Kearse, G.J. Reed Jr. In terms of sacks, we had 9.5 from Micah Parsons. DeMarcus Lawrence had 9 of his own. Also adding in 4-3 from Sheldon Richardson, who picked up for the rest of the season, which is not too bad. Interceptions, Trayvon Diggs, man. 8 interceptions for my man. That's pretty crazy. Leighton Vander Esch had 4, 3 from Lewis, 2 from Kearse, DJ Reed Jr., and then 1 from Barr and Wilson. So we were forcing interceptions, so that's pretty cool. Josh Lambo's kicking, 11 of 14. Punting from Brian Anger. And then kick return and punt return. So, yeah, let's take a look at the total offensive yards. We were 6th in the league. Passing-wise, I would assume we were near the top, and we were. And in terms of rush, I would say also was close to the top, kind of in the middle. Points per game, 30.7 puts us right there at the upper echelons of the NFL. And then defensively, in terms of total yards, well, our passing is going to definitely bring us down, as you guys can see near the bottom of the league, and our passing just wasn't very good. Our rush defense was near the top, though, in terms of total yards, and then points, 427. That's going to put us kind of in the middle of the pack on offense. So, all right, well, we're taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to see how we fare against them. Here are the awards, in case you guys are curious. Mahomes was the MVP, Coach of the Year, Nick Sirianni. So no surprises there. So let's see if we can beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, guys, so we ended up winning the wild card playoff game. I had to quit the game, but I was able to get it finally. And we're taking on Philly in the divisional playoff. If we win this, we go to the NFC Conference Championship. They're their rankings. They had a pretty solid season. Let's see if we can beat them. Okay, so we ended up beating the Philadelphia Eagles, and we're taking on the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Conference Championship game. As you can see, they're their rankings. Really good offensive team. Their defense, not so much. If we win this, we are in the Super Bowl. Let's see if we can beat the Green Bay Packers. We lost to the Green Bay Packers, so we could not get to the Super Bowl in our first season. Good year, though. Something to build upon. It's going to be Kansas City versus Green Bay. Let's see who ends up winning the Super Bowl, and then go on to our first offseason. So it's going to be Green Bay that ends up winning the Super Bowl with Jair Alexander winning the Super Bowl MVP. You guys can see the rest of the awards there. Drake London from the Falcons Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Trent McDuffie from the Kansas City Chiefs. So let's go on to the offseason. All right, so we're at the re-sign phase here. So let's take a look at the team. So you guys can see we got some players up for re-signing. Decent amount of cap space, not too much, but I would like to keep some of these players on the squad. So I'm going to offer a few contracts who we can end up keeping, and see who we'll have to try to re-sign in free agency or find replacements for, whether that be through free agency or the draft. So I'm going to negotiate some contracts. I'll come back with you guys, see who ends up picking up, and see who ends up wanting to test. Went ahead in free agency. Dalton Schultz wants to test, and a couple other guys I offer. Sonny Michel wants to test. Every other player I can kind of just try to replacements for, whether that be through the draft and free agency. So we'll see who's out there. I'll see you guys who end up picking up in free agency, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the free agency recap. I'm going to show you guys who we ended up picking up for the team. We made only a few signings, 3, because I ran out of money. Is it going to show? Yeah. So we ended up picking up Dawson Knox, a little bit better of a tight end than Zach Schultz, plus he fits the scheme of the team. We got Zach Allen, new right end, and then Jawan Taylor for right tackle. So really the biggest acquisition being Dawson Knox. But other than that, that's pretty much all we did, and we're just going to go to the draft and see who we can get with our first round pick, and then go from there. Alright, I'm going to go with our first round pick. We're going to go with Henry Toto. So we're going to be another mid linebacker for us to improve defense. So out of Alabama, you guys see his athletic ratings. Pretty solid. I think he could add to our defense, which wasn't that great. But our rush defense is really good, so he's going to make it even better. And he's going to develop with the team. So welcome to Team Henry. So let's recap the draft here, because I am curious to see what we ended up doing here. As you guys can take a look here, I'm sure you are curious too. So we got Henry Toyota, got Tank Bigsby out of Auburn, we got Spencer Rattler, Kendall Hamlin, Trevon Golston, Christian Morgan, and Antoine Foreman. So we got a lot of offensive-minded rookies. So for the most part, that's pretty cool. Hopefully that'll help us out. They'll develop throughout the season. So then on the second year, I'll see you guys once I'm there. The second season, here is the roster that we are fielding with the Dallas Cowboys. So it should be fun. Let's take a look. Hopefully the game loads. And here it is. So we still got Zach Martin. We got Tyron Smith, Micah Parsons, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, DeMarcus Lawrence, C.D. Lamb, Trevon Diggs, Dawson Knox, Michael Gallup, Leighton Vander Esch, Jerron Kears, Byron Anger, TJ Reed Jr., Anthony Barr, Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, James Washington, Osa, Gallimore, Allen, Smith. I mean, you guys can see we have a decent amount of players on this team that could be contributors to a Super Bowl contending team. And obviously we made the NFC Conference Championship game last year. So hopefully this year we can maybe win it. Who knows? But I do want to see the improved team functionality. I think I need to sign a kicker, a punter, so I'll probably do that. But also I want to see if I can make a trade as well. A left guard, Tyler Smith. He's a young guy, still a bit thin there, but we'll see how that works out for us. Our right tackle, Jawan Taylor. It's not the best. Right end, Zach Allen. Defensive tackle, Gallimore. I mean, we could probably pick up like a Brandon Williams for the season if I really wanted to. Or Daquan Jones, but it's not going to be too much of an improvement if I do that. Yeah, we don't have a kicker. So I'm going to pick up Chris Boswell. Sign him to the team. And there we go. I don't even think we can even make any trades. I mean, we could try maybe at the midseason, but I just think that we're going to have to rock with the team the way it is, which is fine. Yeah, 550K, not really going to be enough to get a player that I would really want. I mean, unless I can get, like, a stud right end for, like, 500K. A Von Miller wouldn't actually be too bad, honestly. Maybe we could try to get Von Miller for 500K. You know what? Let's do it. Let's see if we can get Von Miller. I know he's a little bit old, but he fits the scheme of the team. So let's see if we can get him. 2025 first-round pick to the Bills for Von Miller. I probably didn't need to do a 2025 first-round pick, but we did it. So we get Von Miller. That's going to help out our right end spot immensely. He fits the scheme of the team. I know he's good. He's aging, but he's still really good. So I'll see you guys at the midseason, where I would assume we'll be pretty good. If not, we'll end up being good because we were 3-4 last year. I think we'll be better than 3-4 though. We're at the midseason, and as I expected, we are better than 3-4. We are currently sitting at 6-1 right now on the season. Only got one loss so far. So yeah, good starts for us. We're right there with the Dolphins and the Raiders. So I think we're the only NFC team that has 6 wins, and we are. So good start to the season so far. We're at our bye week right now, and I'm liking the way that we are performing. So let's take a look at the stats and see who's doing well and who's not. So, here we go. Stats. Let's see how the team is performing. It looks like Dak's having a pretty solid season. Again, he's throwing a lot. Maybe a little too many interceptions. 69% complete percentage. Probably why his pass rating is a little lower than it should be. Maybe if you cut those down a little bit, he'd be like at 105, but still having a solid year. Rushing, Ezekiel Elliott doing his thing out there, and he's been healthy for all the games. Dak Prescott, my second leading rusher. Then we got Bigsby. Washington, who I did re-sign, obviously. And again, he's my leading receiver in terms of yards. CD Lamb, 474, though. So not too far behind with 5 TDs. Dawson Knox, doing pretty decent. Michael Gallup. Ezekiel Elliott. Okay, so that's not too bad there. In terms of blocking, it's been really good. I mean, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, not really they let up the most sacks, but they played the most downs, so. Leighton Vander Esch leading my team in tackles, 48-39 for Devon and Wilson. Anthony Barr's got 30 as well. DJ Reed Jr. 36. Diggs and Pierce for 30 each. I see 9 sacks from Von Miller. He was a good pickup for us. 5.5 sacks from Parsons. 3 from Lawrence. 2 from Allen. Vander Esch and Osa each got 1.5. In terms of interceptions, got 5 as a team so far. That's not too bad. Chris Boswell's been perfect as a kicker. And your punting, kick return, and punt return. It's also looking pretty good there, too. Second in total offensive yards, only to the Cincinnati Bengals. And our passing is near the top of the league, and our rush is also, well, near the top of the league. And then scoring 27.9 points puts us also in the top of the league. Defensively, in terms of total yards, seems like we've improved. Our pass defense is a bit better than it was last season. Still not there, but it's not great. Our rush defense is second best in the league in terms of total yards, and then, yeah, not allowing people to score too much against us. So that's a recipe for success. So I'm liking what I am seeing. And, yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to make any other trades. I mean, yeah, you guys can see, look at our ranks are looking pretty good. The only thing, again, yeah, pass yards per game. Maybe we just let people pass a little too much against us. We'll see how we do in the second half of the year. But I'm going to keep the team the way it is, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Okay, well, this team ended up going 15-2 on the season. And as you guys see, our defensive pass yards per game did improve to 15th. So this is definitely one of our best teams. Again, we're 15-2. Got the divisional playoff round automatically. So yeah, 15-2. I think we had the best record in the NFL, and we did by 2 games. So what does that mean? It's setting up for a choke job. Right, EA? But if I was not the Cowboys, they would probably win the Super Bowl. Right? Probably. Knowing EA, I will probably get screwed by the simulation. But we'll see. 15-2, though. Good stuff so far. Team's looking good. Let's take a look at the playoff bracket. And, yeah, you guys can see we've got the Cardinals and the Eagles. The Birds, about all the Birds in the bottom right corner you can't see. But, yeah, we have that bye. So we'll see who we end up taking on in the divisional playoff round, since we do have that week off. But I assume with stats, Dak looking excellent, and yeah, he didn't really throw that many interceptions in the second half of the season. 115 passer rating from him, 47 TDs, 10 interceptions, over 5,000 yards, 70% completion percentage. Absolutely amazing season from him. Elliott was awesome on the rush. Even Dak got his fair share of rush attempts, so that's good to see there. James Washington, man, this guy is a cheat code. 10 TDs, 1,337 yards. CD Lamb led the team with TD receptions. Dawson Knox was a solid pickup for us. Michael Gallup. So that's nice to see there. In terms of our blocking, for the most part, was pretty excellent. Again, yeah, no complaints here. Anthony Barr, 100 tackles from him to lead the team. Then we had Leighton Vander Esch, Trevon Diggs, Jaron, Hooker, and Reed Jr. each getting 69 as a, I guess, that's nice. I don't know, 69 tackles. Von Miller, 17.5 sacks from him. That's incredible. But also DeMarcus Lawrence at 15.5. Parsons had 9, 4 from Osa. So that's awesome to see there. In terms of interceptions, 5 from Anthony Barr, 3 from Diggs, 3 from Reed Jr., 2 from Leighton, and then 1 from these guys down here. Kicking 18-20, and all the extra points made from Chris Boswell. And then there's their special team stuff. So, first in total offensive yards. So that's great to see. Our passing is going to be near the top, and our rush is also near the top. So great to see there. We're getting up and down the field. We're also scoring the most points in the NFL, up there with the Packers. In terms of our defense, we also, wow. So offense, total yards, offensive yards, and defensive yards allowed, we are at the top in both. Okay, that's the first time I think I've ever seen that. Yeah, our rush defense is best in the league. Our pass was still bottom half, but still pretty good. Good enough. I mean, when your rush is that good. And literally second least amount of points left, only to the Colts, who were 13-4, who also have a bye. So, yeah, this team is good. This team is legit. Mahomes is the MVP somehow, over Dak. But Mike McCarthy, Coach of the Year. So that's cool to see. So we got an award there. Well, we're going to the divisional playoff, and I don't know who we're taking on, but let's find out. Okay, so we're taking on the Arizona Cardinals. They were 9-8. We were 15-2. You guys get their ranks. And pretty solid rankings. Our rankings also look pretty solid, too. We were 15-2. We're the home team. We're 6 games better than them, but, you know, it's a one game. Anything could happen in one game. Hopefully we don't have any injuries. I just want to double check. I don't think we do. But, oh, no, we do. Back strain. Dawson Knox, so we will be out him. But I think we should still be able to win even without him. At least one game. But I guess we'll find out. Let's see if we win and advance the NFC Oh, no. I got disconnected from EA, apparently. Okay. Never mind. Okay, there we go. I got back on. And we did end up beating the Cardinals. And it's a rematch of the NFC Conference Championship against the Packers. They're a tough team. Could this be the year we beat them, though? Maybe we get to the Super Bowl this time. Let's simulate and find out. And Green Bay's got our number, huh? Huh, EA. Oh, boy. So the team goes 15-2. We can't beat Green Bay. Ah, boy. Okay, hopefully Green Bay wins the Super Bowl, because then at least I'll feel better about myself. But god dang it, man. That's unfortunate. And Green Bay wins 2 in a row. But I'm going to tell you this right now. When I do Green Bay's rebuild, what's going to happen is I'm going to play against the Cowboys in the NFC Conference Championship game, and they're going to beat us. Right? Is that what's going to happen? I just have a feeling. I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking out of my butt. Daniel Freeman was the Super Bowl MVP. Crazy. You guys see the awards there. McCaffrey, Aaron Donald, It's C.J. Stroud, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Myles Murphy. Vikings and Buccaneers, respectively. So we got one more season. We've been to the NFC Conference Championship game 2 years in a row. We're knocking on the door. So hopefully in our third and final season, maybe we can put it all together. The issue is we're not going to have a lot of money here. $24 million. We got a few guys up for contracts that we're going to want to re-sign, like a Tyron Smith, a Diggs. We got Kearse, Hooker, Boswell. We got Ty. I mean, definitely want to try to keep Tyron Smith and Diggs. I mean, Kearse, I'd like to keep him too. I mean, Hooker, I guess I could lose him because I do have another free safety. But let's see. Let's see if I can end up getting any of these guys back, or if I have to maybe try to clear up cap space. So I'm a bit short on money here, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep Tyron Smith, which is going to be kind of unfortunate for our line. So we'll take a slight hit there, it looks like. But I also need to get another center now, so I can't afford Ty. So that could be a little bit tough. I mean, we do have our pick still, but I'm trying to see who's making... I don't even think I'll be able to free up enough money to get Smith, so I'll just advance, and then we'll see what's out there, maybe in the trade market, to try to acquire like a left tackle or something, and see if I can try to find some small moves to make in free agency, maybe to improve the team. But I was able to re-sign a lot of my guys, so there. All right, a second and a fourth round pick in 2025 to the Seahawks for Charles Cross. So we get a left tackle that fits the scheme of the team. He's not going to be like Tyron Smith, but at least fits the scheme of the team. 77 overall. I guess he'll get the job done. Fourth round pick to the Ravens. We're going to get Linderbaum. So we're going to get our center. Fits the scheme of the team as well. So Linderbaum, welcome to the squad. Last trade I make with the Bengals. Fifth, sixth, seventh round pick in 2025. We're going to get Evan McPherson. I know I traded for a kicker, but you know what? McPherson, he's going to be our kicker for the season, so should be pretty solid. The only thing I did in free agency was pick up Jordan Elliott. So we picked up another defensive tackle. That was the only move I ended up making. So we're just going to go to the draft. We're going to see who we end up picking up with the auto-generated rookies, and I will see you guys start the third and final season. Just want to show you guys the rookies that we got. So Lane Donaghy, Marco Love, Alan Durant, Colby Sherwood. I mean, you guys see, these are just auto-generated rookies. So hopefully they add some value to the squad. Maybe they'll make a little bit of an impact in our third and final season. So I'll show you guys the roster once we advance, and I'll see you guys once we're there. The third and final season, this is what the roster is looking like. We've got a couple new guys on the team. There's a few guys I think that ended up retiring. I don't think we have Von Miller anymore, but I'll double check since it was complaining about right end. So yeah, I think he ended up retiring. So we are a bit thin there, but we still have a good team, I think. Zach Martin, Parsons, we got Elliott, Dak Prescott, C.D. Lamb, Trevon Diggs, DeMarcus Lawrence, Evan Pearson, Dawson Knox, Michael Gallup, Leighton Vander Esch, DJ Reed Jr., Brian Anger, Jaron Kearse, Tyler Linderbaum, Malik Hooker, Charles Cross, James Washington, Donovan Wilson. We got Osa, Smith, Barr. There's definitely talent on the team, don't get me wrong, but I feel like our best chance to win it was last season. I feel like that was my best team, and of course, we just choked against the Packers, so unfortunately could not get the job done. So I don't think I have any cap, so I don't think I can make any other trades to start off the season, but just showing you guys the team needs. Left tackle, yeah, Charles Cross. That's not terrible. I mean, our weakest position seems to be right end with Zach Allen. We do have a Sam Williams as well as our backup, but it should be okay, I think. Anthony Barr is my left outside linebacker. I guess that'll do the trick. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what we're going to have to rock with. So I think this team could be okay again. We should be able to make the playoffs. The only way to find us to simulate, so we'll do that. I just want to double check if there's any trades we want to make now. I might try to get another right end, maybe to upgrade the team, and then we'll simulate and see if I need to make any moves in the midseason, which I hope I don't. So I'm going to see if I can keep the way it is. I didn't really find any trades that I liked, so we're just going to ride out the squad. If I need to make a trade at the midseason, I will do so, but I'll see you guys in the midseason. We're at the midseason, sitting at 5-2 currently, atop of the NFC East. As you guys see, our rankings look pretty good on offense. Our defense, not so much, but that's all right. 5-2 right now on the season, so we're playing pretty well, which isn't too bad. Our third and final season, so we're kind of doing our thing. Let's take a look at the statistics and see what's happening. So in terms of stats, Dak is having a pretty solid season. Again, throwing the ball a lot. 13 TDs, 5 interceptions, 293.7 passer rating. Or, no, sorry. That'd be insane. That'd be awesome. 102.6 passer rating. That's what I meant to say. 292.7 yards per game. Elliott's done great. 649 yards, 12 TDs. So that's good to see in our rush. Receiving-wise, CeeDee Lamb's my leading receiver. Then Gallup, who's missed a game. James Washington. And then Dawson Knox. So that's cool. Blocking, Zach Martin's just a god. Yeah, our blocking's been great, so that's good to see. We've only allowed 5 sacks. Defensively, Leighton Vander Esch, 57 tackles, 42 from Diggs, 39 from Parsons, 36 from Reed Jr. In terms of sacks, we've got 7.5 from Parsons, 3.5 from Lawrence, 3 from Allen, and then Hooker and Elliott each got 1. We've got 4 interceptions to the team, with Diggs leading the squad. Evan Pearson kicking, then they're punting, kick return, and punt return. So, total yards offensively, we are number 2 in the league, only behind the Bengals, with 2,077 passing yards, second in the league. And our rush is also near the top as well. And we're scoring a lot, 30.9 points. However, in terms of total defensive yards, we are near the bottom, so that's unfortunate. Passing yards, not our forte, and then our rush defense, not as good as in years past. Still pretty solid, though. And then 184 points allowed. That's going to kind of put us near the bottom half of the league. Actually, not even really near the bottom half. It's like the middle of the league. Middle point. I think it's actually still top half, but still not as good as last year. But at 5-2 right now, I'm going to try to see if there's any other trades we can potentially make. Maybe try to get another defensive player on the team. We'll see if there's any other offers out there that I could potentially, or moves I can make. We have $9.36 million, so let's see what trades I can muster up here. All right, I traded a first, third, and fourth round pick to the Colts, and we're gonna get back Kenny Moore II, so we get a cornerback that fits scheme the team. So welcome to the squad. All right, last trade I made with the Ravens, Reed Jr., a second and a fifth round pick for Pierce, Hicks, and Macari. So we get another defensive tackle, another right end, fits scheme the team, and then Macari. Just another left tackle for the squad. So I didn't really need Reed anymore since we traded for Kenny Moore II. So that's going to be the squad. I will see you guys at the end of the season, where hopefully we're once again back in the playoffs. He ended up going 15-2 again. So we got to bye once again. Team really stepped it up. Third and final season. Once again, 15-2. And I don't think we didn't lose in the second. We went 10-0. The rest of the way. So those moves helped us out. I mean, if this team doesn't win it, then I don't know what team will. There's your wild card bracket and all that fun stuff. We got the Bengals. So pretty solid stuff there. So let's take a look at the stats. See who played well. So we got Dak Prescott doing his thing. 33 TDs, 13 interceptions, 60% completion percentage, 101.8 passer rating, not too bad. In terms of rushing, Ezekiel Elliott had 28 rush TDs. Think about that for a second. 28 rush TDs. I gotta look up the record. I'm gonna look that up, and I'll let you guys know what the record is, because I don't know off the top of my head. But that's a lot. So insane season from him. Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and James Washington, each with over 1,000 receiving yards between them. Dawson Knox, 888. He had 9 TDs. And also Elliott just put up another 4 TDs receiving-wise. Dude's an absolute beast. Blocking, Zach Martin didn't allow a single sack. Our line was great, again, for the most part. Vander Esch led the team in tackles. So did Kenny Moore II, so that's cool to see. Then Diggs, and then we had Parsons, Henry Toto, Jerome Kears. Sacks, we had 11.5 from Parsons, 6.5 from Lawrence, 3.5 from Osa. Pierce got 2.5, 2 from Hicks. 8 interceptions from Trayvon Diggs, man. That's crazy. 5 from Kelvin Joseph as well. And Toto's got 3, 2 from Barr and Pierce. I mean, crazy amount of interceptions. Evan Pearson's kicking, that's all right. And then punting, kick, return, and punt return. So, second in offensive yards. Our passing was near the top. Our rush had to have been not the best, actually. One of the best in the league. 31.8 points per game. Close. Very good stuff, though, from us. Our defense, total yards, near the top of the league. Passing was kind of in the bottom half. But our rush defense was pretty solid, and we allowed 402 points, which, again, is near the top. So, was it 402? I'm sorry. No, I was wrong. Wait, where were we? Oh, 377. I'm looking at the wrong damn thing. Oh yeah, we were awesome. I kind of lost where I was. So 15-2. Let's see. I imagine Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year again. Stafford was the MVP. Okay, and then Mike McCarthy Coach of the Year. So 2 straight seasons of Mike McCarthy being the Coach of the Year with this team. This team's got to win it this year. Surely. But let's take a look at the... Did I look at the standings already? I don't know if I did. I looked at the playoff tree, I believe. But yeah, 15-2 on the year. So there you guys can see the standings. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did look at the playoff tree. So let's see who we're taking on in the divisional playoff round. I'll see you guys once I'm there. And also, I'm going to look up what the most rush TDs was in a... Okay, yeah, so we're taking on the New Orleans Saints in the divisional playoff. So we'll see how we can fare against them. By the way, I did look this up. LaDainian Tomlinson has the record for most rush TDs with 28. Elliott tied that. Pretty crazy. So, he had an amazing season. Hopefully he wins the Offensive Player of the Year. I don't know if he will, but either way, we're taking on the Saints. Let's beat them in the divisional playoff and advance to our 3rd straight NFC Conference Championship game. Alright guys, so we ended up winning the game 35-28, and now we're taking on the Rams. It's going to be a tough matchup for us here. As you guys can see, they were 14-3. We're the home team, though. So we don't have to take on the friggin' Green Bay Packers. This time it's the Rams. I don't think the Packers made the postseason. Yeah, they were really bad, I believe. I think they didn't make the postseason, right? Did they? No, they didn't. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're taking on the Rams. Obviously, they have a good team. You know, they got Ramsey, they got Donald, they got Cooper Kupp. They got some good rankings. Let's see if we can beat them now. See you guys potentially in the Super Bowl, if we can win, of course, that is. We ended up winning the NFC Conference Championship game, and we're on to the Super Bowl. So we're going to be taking on the Tennessee Titans, interestingly enough. So, I don't even know what their record was, but let's advance and find out, I guess. So, we're taking on the Titans. It's going to be a tough matchup here in the Super Bowl. Can we get it in our 3rd and final season? The Super Bowl's in Dallas. Wow, I didn't actually know that. Okay, well, we got the Titans at 12-5. We were 15-2. They got a good team, man. They got a good team. We're gonna end up seeing if we can beat this team. Try to win the Super Bowl in our 3rd and final season. Let's see what ends up happening. I'm gonna simulate, and I'll see you guys once I'm maybe at the offseason screen with the Super Bowl win. In our 3rd and final season, we ended up getting the win. I actually thought we lost for a second because it said. I said 28-20, but it said W. So we actually ended up getting the W in our 3rd and final season. I did not think it'd be possible. But we had Michael Pierce, who we traded for, by the way, win the Super Bowl MVP. That's insane. And I still somehow get screwed over by BS. How did Ezekiel Elliott not win Offensive Player of the Year? Seriously, wow. How does he not win it? He had 20 TDs, and Cooper Kupp somehow wins it. I don't understand it, but okay. I mean, I'm not mad. We won the Super Bowl, and Dan Goodwell from the 49ers, and then Dad Dunn, Defensive Rookie of the Year, from the Dolphins. I was actually trying to trade for Dad Dunn, too, actually, but neither here nor there. But great season for us. We got the W in our 3rd and final season. This team was on the precipice, and we got over the hump in our 3rd and final season. Thank goodness it wasn't Green Bay. Oh boy. Okay, well with that being said, let's go with the full screen calls of the video. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know in the comments below some of the videos. Check my social down in the description. Got a playlist down below containing other Madden NFL 23 franchise rebuilding content. Check my channel for that content with TJP. And yeah, we've got a 2K video coming out and then another NFL video. We're wrapping up the Madden rebuild. We got a fantasy draft rebuild that'll be coming out soon. And then after that, I don't know what we're going to do. I kind of want to do like can my fantasy team win the Super Bowl kind of thing. Maybe do some player sims. I know that Kenny Pickett was an option. Been saving those. And also, NHL is coming out soon. Do we want me to try to attempt to do NHL? We'll see. I know people hate my NHL, and I know I'm not really too knowledgeable, but I've learned a little bit more, and I'll try to continue to learn a little bit more. So maybe we'll play some more NHL. We'll see. Also, I want to try EA. Not EA. I want to try FIFA. I don't have any clue with that. That's going to be a complete mess, but it should be fun. So I might try that too. So if you guys want to see like FIFA rebuilds, so that's even a thing. I don't know if it's a thing or not. So, but I do want to try to get the game regardless. Maybe I'll do like Ultimate Team pack openings. Maybe we could do it on the second channel. Who knows? But yeah, I guess that being said, though, I'm going to head on out. Take care. Have a good night. See you soon. Peace.